para sa side ng BREN Esports and kalimutan ko na yung dalawa nung ano eh.
It was Parsa and
Cho. Yan, Parsa Cho. So the early picks now that is getting introduced here is first is the Kimi. Next would be the Cho naman sa side dito ng BREN Esports. And well, tingnan na lang natin yung continuity ng running game natin dito. Kung yung Hilda ba, abot ba tayo hanggang dun sa Hilda ban? Kasi I did recall BREN Esports banning the Hilda, no?
Yes, exactly. Banning the Hilda. So probably yun yung nagkaroon ng technical difficulties like what we've said before we actually get from the break. Surprisingly, the Kimi was picked first. Like what I've said kanina, di ba? Parang medyo awkward yung pick ng Kimi kasi there's a part na pwede siyang kunin ng huli. And there's I think there's no way or a little chance na masama rin siya into banning. So I guess that was really an Esmeralda.
Yeah. May pagka maaga. So baka nga no, baka hindi Kimi yung naging running pick natin dito. Well, we'll see the third pick. So far wala pa namang kaibahan mula doon sa unang set ng picks na natunghayan natin bago nga tayo nagkaroon ng draft. And now, ONIC is taking their good time to draft. Let's get back, no? I think huling discussion natin dito. Alright, we got the Roger, not the Kimi. Alright, so we have some new picks here. Feeling ko, may pagkamaaga pa rin. Actually, there are a lot of options for the main carry pa rin, no? Para pilihan. May pagkamaaga yung Roger dito. But the best part about Roger is he doesn't struggle much against the Cho. Diba? That was shown here by BREN. So, but ikaw, Rob, your thoughts on this draft?
On the draft para sa akin yung doon in terms sa Roger, gusto ko yung pick na nila kagad to kasi there's a big possibility na maban siya or rather makuha siya dito ng BREN Esports. Plus, of course, Roger isa sa pinakamabilis sa rotation na in the current running meta. Meanwhile naman sa BREN Esports, I really like the ban ng Hilda dito kasi I think it was Delar who's have been using it from some other tournaments. I've been watching ng ONIC PH. Sobrang itong hero na to respected talaga. I mean, worth it talagang iban. Sobrang daming naibibigay ng isang Hilda sa current meta natin ngayon. And Ling was actually been taken down. Was that actually going to be a respect ban for LTZ?
It should be. I mean, we consider Carl TZ as a very aggressive player, and I still think of Ling as an S+ tier na assassin and carry pa rin. That is very impacting, especially at the hands of a very aggressive player that knows when to go in, go out. Tapos when they can play around it, no. The big question here is what will be the main carry ngayon for Carl TZ. And my thoughts here is I keep on mentioning how the okay.
Whoa.
Gatot Catch and Hayabusa. I want to actually break down the Baxia and I want to ask your thoughts regarding the Baxia dito, Rob Luna. But I want to add now on that. What are your thoughts between the interaction between Baxia and Gatot Catch naman sa kabila? How can you contrast these two tanks ngayon sa side ng BREN and ONIC?
If I am gonna be analyzing it correctly, is that Baxia pinik sila dito ng ONIC is like a deny pick eh. Just para lang matanggal yung part na pwedeng ma-counter pick kagad dito yung Esmeralda nila and the rest of ONIC PH kasi di ba sustain yung dalawa nila. Then surprisingly yung Cyclops na nagiging na din on the current meta ng support natin, yung ultimate na dito to be able to lock down such as yung Yuzong and even the Hayabusa right after nakita niya yung ulti niya. So doon naman in contrast with Gato Kacha, I think this might be a side lane Gato Kacha and still gonna be sticking on that show on the tank support.
Okay. Yes. It's very possible actually, no. To withstand the hits at least, you know, on the Khalid. That's one possibility actually. Man, the draft is totally challenging kaagad. I was expecting simple Atlas, no, pero syempre may Esmeralda naman. We'd be seeing simple Valier picks, may PNK picks, no. But this time outright nagkaroon na kaagad tayo ng Baxia. I mean they're rising, pero I didn't expect them to be quickly pick dito sa ating mismong regular season. And it is gonna be very exciting between these two teams. You know, we are already into the game, but I think let's take time, no. What will be your vote be? Saan malalagay ang bottom mo, paring Rob? with these two compositions?
With this composition, if ONIC PH could be able to pull off this first 5 minutes, I would go for ONIC PH on game number 1 time shield.
ONIC.
For the main reason of rotation itself. Wise would be able to deal so much damage, mabilis sila makakaikot. Kung may Venus on the Cyclops, ito, I think it's been seeing a lot of pick. Ito, kadalasan na siyang napipick din talaga ngayon. At yung damage ng isang Cyclops, sobrang sakit.
I see. And although there is the Hayabusa, I cannot but feel that parang okay lang yung Cyclops eh. It's the Cyclops that's really targeting the Hayabusa and not really the other way around, no? Despite Hayabusa being an assassin. So ako din, siguro I'll go with your vote then. Na I would be buying for ONIC PH kasi distansya lang kailangan mo dito eh sa Cyclops eh, di ba?
Yep,
pag nabitawan mo yung ult eh, bitaw ult ka lang, okay ka na eh.
Proper timing. Kumbaga pagka naunahan ka ng ulti ka agad dito ng isang Cyclops, sobrang bilis mo ma-burst down. Regardless. Specifically, nandito pa si Wise with its Roger. Tsaka kung titignan mo, ang bilis nila makakapag-rotate just for the mage support ng isang Cyclops.
Ang Cyclops, no? Planet's attack plus even the innate damage to minions dito ni Roger, no? Yeah, ang bilis nung clear nung 3-man comp na to. For the point that Few has been rotating din, no? On scouting and getting vision, at least against ONIC PH. But overall, the approach ng dalawang teams natin dito has been really safe, no? Safe and pass, no?
Totoo. Safe and pass talaga dito. Pero yun na nga, andito na sila sa may top lane. Tingnan mo no? Pagkuha nila ng crab doon sa top. Luckily dito, BREN Esports, ang ganda na pick nila for the Farsa.
Yeah. Well, they've been dancing around naman for that part. And feeling ko, ang maganda sa laro to, they're keeping their distance from each other, no? Maximize the distance from each other.
Yes. I think for the first 5 minutes ito, paring shit, ang mangyayari dito is kung sino, baga paunahan mag-level 4, paunahan kung sino yung magiging reactor dito sa both of these teams. Kung sino yung mas magre-react, possibly yun yung may iwan sa rotation.
Big question now. Ribo, burning is ultimate na lang to make an escape there. But from the looks of it, even yung mga tanks nga hindi sinasanto ng isa't isa. Let's go to the Gillette instant replay on that one. Actually, that was the first pick, no? And nakapaglakad naman si Jay dito. Pero there was good cut din mula kay, para kay Carl Z. I cannot but feel na sana nakapagbitaw yung Cyclops yata doon ng ult. And now we are seeing the Cyclops ult here, ha? Nako, mga kaibigan, Dilar advancing through that one. There's gonna be the thought naman mula kay Ribo, pero I think that should be it. Oy, backup ni Pew dito. Tinamaan naman si Dilar. He is down kill range. Lumapit din si my Venus dito just to dish out an answer for the damage na binubuga ng mga taga-BREN Esports. Only Shadow Kill to be activated as well. Oh my B, oh my G. Hindi yun. Actually, ang mamamaalam ay ang B. For the back siya. At kuha na pati yung purple buff dito ng ONIC PH.
Ang ganda na naging rotation doon ng BREN Esports, let alone Flap TC, disrupting everyone from the side of ONIC PH. Kumbaga, si Oh My Venus, hindi siya maka-move forward, hindi siya mas makatulong. It's all because sobrang ginugulo sila ni Flap TC with its dragon form.
Now napapanish yung inakala nating parang magandang Cyclops pick dito. But I cannot but feel hindi lang din yung disruption ni Flap Z eh. Pati yung aggression din yata, no, ni Futol, no? Farsa, parang napaka-high impact din. But if ever, that trend, no, now that we are getting disproven here by BREN Esports, yung strength ng composition nila, do you still think na, parang siguro simula pa lang to, and there are still some strong points sa side ng ONIC?
Yeah, definitely. May strong points sila dito. I think pagka napansin nila dito that they could be able to go with Few. Kumbaga mapasok siya dito like for example like the Khalid kasi hindi pa natin nakikita into action itong hero talaga ito just ngayon pa lang.
Well, they're going for the Diamond Dilar pero alam natin under Chariot, not to mention it's a Khalid. May innate din eh. May innate survivability din yung Khalid eh. And maganda-ganda rin yung defensive stats niya. Kaya nga parang daan-daan umaakit na to sa tiering ng mga heroes natin, especially for that side lanes. But look at that. I cannot but feel, Rob, na nararamdaman na ng ONIC that they cannot easily just go in and face this heavy melee comps ngayon ng BREN, no?
Totoo yan. Kumbaga, the squishy hero lang definitely for BREN Esports na possible nilang mapasok was like Few. Well, Card TC, yes, squishy siya, pero of course, the mobility is there. Ang surprisingly, kayang isoak up ng Khalid yung damage, no?
Yeah, was heavy. Well, we got 2 members here. Maybe going for the casualty, pero hindi. Yung flank kaagad doon ni Oh My Bilis. Ang ganda ng pasok ni Carl Z doon. The placement of the Shadow to the Ogie. Shadow kill. Gets the kill para kay V. At sunod pa para kay Jay. Makunat naman si Jay dito. Lusty now was able to cyclone out, pero hindi. Iyak no bilang bumate. Hindi. Make sure po pa rin talaga si Lusty dito. And good guess doon, tol, no? We got the show talaga on the main support in the hands here of Lusty. And because of that very utilizable fighter position, feeling ko hindi nabibigyan talaga din ng freedom si Iakno dito, which is designed to be a heavy counter for these melee heroes, no? Totoo yun. Kumbaga, na-show out na kagad siya dun sa mismong lane niya sa top lane, then nawalan na dito ng magiging rotation. Ito ngayon ang magiging mahirap for the side of ONIC PH kasi medyo umiliit na agad yung mapa nila for the first 5 minutes. It's something na dapat doon nagsasign ng isang Roger. Ano ba yung heavy consequences kapag kunyari ganito yung sitwasyon, maliit na yung mapa? Medyo parang you were actually getting forced na mag-move out sa isang lane. Like for example, what they're doing right now on the top lane, they're really forcing ito na makuha itong turret dito sa taas. It looks like, no? They are totally forcing. Kasi ngayon, mapapansin ko yung ONIC nagsasama-sama na, no? Pero sige, bantayan natin ha. Feathered Airstrike. Maximum range talaga kay Few. Hindi rin basta lumalapit. Lusty very confident to go in. Parang ginagawa niya yung Gra Classic mula Season 3. Yung playstyle dito ni Lusty. Pero binati siya ni Dilar. Goes in for Kalzi. Ogie Shadow Kill. Wala na siyang paki kahit ilan ang tamaan dyan. Kasi may dragon naman nalalamang. There goes Flapsy. The inner draft, ladies and gentlemen. May iwan pa. Doon naman sa kabila. Si paring Dilar. Unlocks the mega kill for Few. And Iaknu is nowhere to be found. Jay just backing him out. Tapos lalapit pa yung BREN sa any pressure na ini-establish dito ni Iaknu. Men, feeling ko establish na yung lead, no, Rob? No, definitely. The lead is around 6,000. Grabe yung nag-start yon doon sa Feathered Airstrike ni Few, clearing the minion wave. Then right after, Flat PC came with his ultimate. Even the Hayabusa. Talagang inultimate na kahit 5 pa silang nandun yung ONIC. It looks like AOE damage, no? Multi-target damage is the main headline ng laro natin dito. This is an under-turret fight. And they're totally losing it. They're gonna be losing their inner mid lane turret. We're speaking of ONIC PH here. At mukhang hindi lang nanliliit yung mapa. Nape-pressure na rin sila, no? Paring Rob. Totoo. They're actually getting run down dito. Tapos sobrang nazo-zone out sila just by the ultimate kaagad lang ni Few. Yeah, it was heavy. Now let's see here. Rebo taking a lot of damage. Oh my goodness, yung planet's attack talaga iba pa yung na-target. Minion wave, ladies and gentlemen. And there goes Katsin na naman muli. Tapos sakto yung panipa dito kaagad ni Lusty. Way of the Dragon unlocks the mega kill na maalam na si DJ Khalid doon. Double kill. Meron pa si Mata. Hindi na nga. Pinamuklat na lang para mawala. And that's it. That's a 3-4 non-exchange. The trades here per kills are getting heavier and heavier against ONIC PH. Oo, dito, well, there's gonna be a Hail Mary play na lang talaga yung kailangan dito ng ONIC PH in this position. Kasi ang mangyayari dito, makiklear out na lahat sila and there's no way na makakalabas ngayon yung trio nila dito unless they go as a team, literally. Kaso ngayon, so yung minion wave clear din, even ng BREN Esports, sobrang bilis. Nakayang-kaya nilang tanggalin na lahat ng outer turrets dito, which is isa na lang yung natitira dito for ONIC PH. And feeling ko, Rob, no? Makikita mo sa larong to, now I understand bakit ang aga nung pili sa Parsa, no? Totoo. Ang ano ni Few, napaka-agresibo kaagad ni Few doon sa Parsa, and I cannot but think, well, it's obvious here in this game, they really know how to play around the pressure that Parsa establishes. Diba? At hindi na ako magtataka if Parsa will be part of the ban mamaya ng ONIC PH. Sobra yung, I mean, this hero alone is zoning them out. Let alone, kumbaga pag nag-Feather Airstrike si Few, maiipit sa isang position ng ONIC PH, that's where Flap TC will come with the Dragon form. Now, tuloy-tuloy na from there. Indeed, Rob. Actually, feeling ko nga, no, parang step by step yung advances dito ng BREN. Step 1, ult ni Parsa. Diba? Kung may mabawasan na konti, may entrada pa. It would be of the Yuzong, it would be of the Cho. Tapos last round si Kart Z, no? Siya yung parang step 3 for this fight. So this is, I think, the way how this composition is played, as shown to us by BREN Esports. But you know, ONIC is on its classic. They're grouping up, maybe willing to take fights and pick ups. Are you considering any comeback capacity dito para sa ONIC PH, Rob? Seeing any power spike coming from them kasi
Siguro we could be able to see like a play na hindi sila agad, I mean, ma-soak up, like what I've said. Kanina, hinold ni Dilar yung damage ng ultimate ni Carl TZ with the Hayabusa. Possibly ma-hold ni Dilar yung damage na ibibigay doon sa first initial burst na ibibigay ng BREN. Possibly, pag nangyari yun, pwede dito makapag-comeback dito sila. Wise, they still have Iakno as a sustain as well. Oh, my Venus can still have a damage.
Feeling ko na rin kung individual matchup. Pero tingnan natin the Lord is being made used to the maximum dito ng mga membro ng BREN Esports. Lumipat na ng base. Doon yung Yuzong natin. May mega kill pat. Inuwi niya na lang at binulsat inarbor si Oh, my Venus. May minion pa onto the mid lane inhibitor. Tapos destroyed na rin yun. Top lane inhibitor turret ang susunod habang nasa may Gedli na lulunod ng mga skills na manggagaling mula kay Few dito against the members of ONIC PH. Wise is there. The top lane inhibitor is not yet destroyed, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna be focusing onto the base itself. Minion wave comes in. Iakno went for the dive. Kartzy will have to Ogi Shadow out, no? Hindi Quad Shadow out. Dilar gets traded. Ogi Shadow ilang ginawa dito ni Kartzy, and they went for the re-engage. Maximum uptime here for BREN Esports in fights. This is the second team fight, tol, that they are taking.
Yes, kumbaga na-sustain nila yun, and even just the Yusong lang yung namatay and totally annihilated the rest of ONIC PH and getting at least 2 tier 3 turrets. Now, for any winning condition dito, kung iisipin mo, grabe. Look at that. Fuse win standing everyone from the side of ONIC. I guess Parishing this might be it.
Yeah. I mean, those 3 seasons for BREN Esports becoming finalists, you know, is not accounted for nothing. They're really, really strong at nagturo ng leksyon ngayon ng BREN Esports against the younger generation. Congratulations to BREN Esports. They're taking the game 1 of the series against ONIC PH.